Okay, we're going to begin. You'll need some distress ink. I'm going to be using some Distress Stain and Vintage Photo and some Rub and Buff. You'll also need a white or light colored crayon, and then you want to run your cardstock through an embossing folder. You're going to begin by coloring over the raised surface. Doesn't have to be perfect. I've already colored most of this so that you don't have to watch me color the whole thing. Then you're going to take your Distress Stain or Distress ink and begin applying it. The more that you press down, the darker it will get. You could also use some of this Distress ink if you want to, just to apply it darker in certain areas. And as you can see, it's getting very distressed. All those areas where the ink did not go into the paper. Then you can take your paper towel and just rub the ink off of the wax a little bit more. That'll also make it more dramatic. And then you can use your Rub and Buff and just apply it in select areas. This is the silver. I'll put a little bit of the antique gold on it as well. So it just creates a fun metallic look to it. As you can see on my tag, I have that here and there. I also have applied it to my gears, which I'll be showing in the tutorial. This set comes with the bee and a steampunk butterfly and then 5 of the gears. So I've used the gears to create the look that I show here. Okay, I've already cut this gear out from this die, and I have added some white gesso and also distressed the edges. That's just in case when we do the stamp, it goes all the way down to the chipboard. We don't want to actually see the chipboard. So you would use some various thick embossing enamels, and I have one here that I've already applied some of them on. So it looks like this. I've done 2 layers of the embossing. Now, if you make a mistake, it's okay because you could just heat this back up. If you were to stamp on it and you decided that you didn't like it, you could always just reheat it. So you want to make sure that it's nice and hot. It should look like liquid. You can see I've used lots of different colors. There's a coppery color and some silver, antique gold, and some black. Most of the black is on the underneath layer, and you'll see why, because as we stamp into our wet embossing, we will make the gears that are on it. So I'm just going to press right down on that. Might stick a little bit. Yeah, I hope you can see that. And then we're going to take some rub and buff or something similar, and we're just going to come across on all of those little surfaces and help it to stand out. So you can see right here that black is actually being exposed from underneath, because our first layer was all just completely black embossing powder. Put a little bit of this antique gold. I figured I wouldn't show that just because it's kind of boring to watch me heat up a million times. Okay, and then when you've added your rub and buff, then you have your completed gear. Thanks for watching.